Did you know that your health can be like the stock market?
What? Like the stock market?
Like the stock market. I'm Dr. Christy Flick.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Taylor.
And we're going to tell you how that could possibly be true.
Okay, there are phases in natural healing, okay? So we need to make sure that we talk about what those are to our patients. So important to understand this. So at the beginning is relief. Isn't that great? Relief comes first.
Relief sounds good.
Yes.
So people come in with a problem, they are under care, and they feel better, they have relief.
Right.
Yeah.
Then comes the stabilization phase. We need to make sure that this relief continues. And so then we move into, after that, we go into correction. This is where the real changes take place, where the problem you came in with does not keep returning.
Yeah, absolutely. So after people feel better, there's still some work to do to stabilize and actually correct the problem that's still underneath the surface a little bit, but you might not be feeling it anymore.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, that is great. So here's where the stock market comes in.
Okay.
In that very first phase of care, which is relief care, that can last up to about 3 months for people. Now, we're used to thinking about, we have a problem, and then there's a solution, and there's like a straight line trajectory. Like you have a headache, you take a pill, all of a sudden you feel better. That's kind of what we're used to when we're thinking about problems. But when it comes to natural health care, when it comes to actually digging in deeper underneath of the surface to correct that problem, it can be a little bit more up and down. And that's where the stock market analogy comes in. Okay, so here's my stock market. And we're, feeling better, but then we have a dip. And then we're feeling better, but then we have a dip. And we're feeling better, have a dip. Feeling better, have a dip. And so what this might look like for someone is that they've had a couple of adjustments and they're really feeling great, and then they maybe have a stressful day, and all of a sudden all of the problems that they came in with feel like they're returning. And that can be really discouraging.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you think, I think I'm getting better, but now I just feel the same as I did a week ago.
That's because they haven't reached stabilization yet.
They're not stabilized yet. All right. Okay. Very true. Yeah. And this continues on for a while, up to about 3 months for some people, depending on the severity of the problem. This might just be a few weeks for someone who has just a problem that occurred more recently. But if we're talking about a problem that's been going on for years, it could be a good solid 3 months where then they feel a little bit better, and they might not be all the way back here to the beginning where they felt when they first came in, but they're not quite feeling as good as they did last week. And that continues on and on and on. And as long as our trajectory is towards healing and towards, the patient actually feeling better when they're stabilized, then it's all good. This is the way that it looks with natural healing, and that's part of the process. And I think it's important mentally to realize that, I can have some down days, but I'm actually working to correct underneath the surface so that I don't have this problem for the rest of my life and I'm just covering up and ignoring it.
So that's how natural healing is like the stock